Greetings, everyone. My name is Brad Hazing. I am the superintendent of Wausa Public Schools, and this is the Wausa Public Schools Athletic Complex Bond informational video. Note, this video is solely for the purpose of information. It is not intended to persuade, but instead to provide clear, firm facts regarding the upcoming vote on the Wausa School District bond election. Topics include the improvements to existing facilities, as well as the addition of new facilities down at the football complex. How we got here. Last spring, the Wausa Board of Education was informed by the track and field coaches about the deteriorating conditions of the grass track and the potential safety hazards it posed to students. In addition, the wooden bleachers at the athletic complex do not meet ADA or Americans with Disabilities Act compliance standards and are in need of replacement. The sound system, as well as the press box, are also in need of some upkeep, being over 20 years old now. With these concerns in mind, the board made a decision to go to a bond and ask the public to vote to improve the facility, as well as to provide the improvement of an 8-lane track and a practice football field facility. The board is partnering with Carlson West Pavanda Architecture, the same architectural firm that worked with the school during the school bond, to create a new facility. In this facility, as you notice, the parking lot remains the same. And to the north, we have added a 40 by 80 yard football field practice facility, taking out the ramp that is currently there and moving it to a new access point off of West McKinley Street or the Golf Course Road for access for our ambulance during football games, as well as custodial access. The discus rings will also be in the north side of the complex. There will be a new equipment shed to replace the old one that was currently here to house the track as well as football equipment. There will be 2 shot put rings, both 65 feet long. There will be a long and triple jump complex on the northwest side, and there will be a pole vault area on the west side of the complex. The scoreboard will remain the same. We will add a high jump area to the north part of the football field and a sidewalk along the edge of the track, between the track and the current grandstands. In the current grandstands, the wooden bleachers will be replaced by aluminum bleachers, as well as adding 2 sections to each side, increasing the capacity of the bleachers from 450 to 800 people. We will also add concrete above for a standing area for our patrons. There will be a fence line running along the edge of the facility. Cost projection and budget. We worked with Bob Sokup at Carlson West Pavanda Architect to create a budget for the project, and Bob came up with the following numbers. 400-meter, 8-lane track with an asphalt base and rubberized surface, bleacher replacement and expansion, football field, practice field, site grading, field events, which will be their shot, discus, vault, and jump pits, as well as runways and rubberized surface on those areas. There will be parking improvements, sound system, an updated sound system, field house repair, and the installation of a FAT timing system, a fully automated timing system, which is required to host district track. The storage facility or uninsulated shed, lighting relocation. There is testing done on the poles on the east end of the facility, and those poles were found to be in good shape, and so instead of replacing those lights, we will just move those lights above the facility and relocate them. Site fencing, design contingency, contractor overhead and profit, as well as project costs. So the total budget of this project will be $1,999,620. How will this bond affect taxes on agricultural land per acre if it passes? There are 3 levels of ground: irrigated 1A1, dry 1D1, and grass 1G1, or pasture. You can see per acre of the 3 counties And then below, we also added a total cost per quarter of agricultural land, or 160 acres. And so what we did was we took the number per acre, times it by 160 acres, and there you have your total number below. How will the bond affect your taxes on your residential property if passed? So on valuation of a $100,000 property, annually it will cost a $100,000 property $29, monthly $2.42, and daily 8 cents. On a $250,000 valuation on your residential property, it will cost you $72.50 annually, $6.04 monthly, 20 cents daily. Public informational meetings. There will be 2 public informational meetings, one on Wednesday, October 8th, 8 o'clock p.m. at the Wausa Gymnasium, and then one the following week, October 15th, 8 o'clock p.m., also in the gym. Both meetings will have the same information as presented in this video, and there will be a Q&A as well at the meetings for the public. Both meetings will be live streamed and saved for future viewing via our Huddle app. Election timeline. Starting September 30th, there will be information mailed out to the public on the bond, as well as information sent out via social media later that week to ensure that voters have access to this information and are knowledgeable on what they are voting on. The election for the bond will conclude on Tuesday, November 4th at 5 o'clock p.m. Ballots will be mailed out the week of October 14th from the Knox County Courthouse in Center. Completed ballots must be received by election officials in Center by 5 o'clock p.m. on November 4th. Ballots must be in the hands of officials by this deadline. Postmarks do not count. I repeat, ballots must be received by the election officials, must be in the hands of officials by this deadline. Postmarks on or prior to November 4th, if they do not make it to Center on November 4th at 5 o'clock, will not count. There will be a secure ballot box at the Knox County Courthouse in Center until 5 o'clock p.m. on Election Day. Unlike the previous bond election, there will not be a ballot drop box in Wausa. So, the recommendation is to ensure that your ballot is received on time. It is highly recommended to mail it no later than 1 full week prior to November 4th to ensure that the county receives it on Election Day. On a personal note, I just want to say thank you to everyone in our community who is taking the time to be a part of this upcoming bond election for our school, and for your time and attention to this matter. No matter how you vote, please know how much the Board of Education appreciates your support of our school, our staff, and our kids. Our board members are working hard to find solutions not just for this facility challenge, but for the many challenges schools face every day. Through it all, one thing is always very clear. We do not take for granted the generosity of our greater school community. Time and again, you've shown how much you care about giving our students the best opportunities possible. Now, we need your direction. By casting your ballot, you're helping the board determine a path forward so that they can continue working to provide the opportunities for our students. Whether you feel like this is the right time to do this or not, helps your school board make decisions for the future and helps them find which way is the right way to address challenges that face all schools, regardless of size or demographics. And again, regardless of the outcome of this election, I'm very proud of the fact that Wausa is a community that truly cares for its kids. That's what makes this such a special place to live, work, and to raise a family. Thank you for your time and for listening to this presentation.